Hello students, you're welcome. Today I have brought to you this poem Earthen Pots composed by ONV Kurup. ONV Kurup was a popular Malayalam poet and a great lyricist. His full name is Ottaplakal Neelakandan Velu Kurup and he was popularly known as ONV Kurup. He was a Malayalam poet and lyricist from Kerala. He won the Jnanpith Award, the highest literary award in India for the year 2007 for his literary career. He received the awards Padma Shri in 1998 and Padma Vibhushan in 2011. So you can understand how great this poet was. He was one of the leading lyricists in Malayalam film industry. He has penned about 1000 songs in about 232 films and numerous songs for plays and albums. He has got many awards in films for his lyrics as Filmfare Awards, National Film Award, Asianate Film Awards and many Kerala State Film Awards. In this way, Malayalam literature is much indebted to his contribution. About the poem Earthen Pots. This poem was translated from Malayalam into English by K. Sridharan Nair. The poet writes about two earthen pots, which are lying in some potter's yard. These symbolize the identity crisis, uncertainty and insignificance of human life. In the next stanza, the poet moves on to hundreds of earthen pots and generalizes their inherent worth. Though they are cheap and may easily break, yet they have a quality of storing the blessed gift of earth, that is water, clear and pure. Despite having this good quality, they are afraid of their future fate. Some unknown buyer will come, do quality test and carry away one of them, leaving others mourning. Thus every pot will have to face this end. Now come on to the poem Earthen Pots. How long have we remained here thus, two empty earthen pots, gazing at each other, close by in the potter's yard. So close that softly brushing against each other, and not quite sure whether touching or not, gazing at each other in inexhaustible jest, we two earthen pots. So this is the first stanza. In this stanza, the poet writes about two earthen pots. And here the speakers are these earthen pots themselves. How long that it has become a long time we have remained here thus. Since then we are kept here in this way, two empty earthen pots, and we are two and empty earthen pots. Why empty? Because they are fresh. So they are kept there for a long time. These two earthen pots in the same position, gazing at each other. We are gazing, we are staring at each other close by in the potter's yard, and we are close, we are very near in the courtyard of the potter. So the earthen pots are saying that it has passed a long time. Since then they are kept in the same position, gazing at each other and staying in the potter's yard. So close they softly brushing against each other. And we are so close that sometimes we touch lightly against each other and not quite sure whether touching or not. And we are not sure whether we touch to each other or not. Gazing at each other, but it's sure that we keep gazing, staring, looking at each other in exhaustible jest or enthusiasm, zeal, keen interest is inexhaustible. It is untired, it is continuous. So this jest, this enthusiasm is continuous, and we are looking at each other in this way. We two earthen pots. So we two earthen pots are kept in a potter's yard for a long time, and we are gazing at each other, and we are also brushing against each other, but we are not sure whether brushing or not. But it's definitely that we are gazing at each other. So close we are in the potter's yard, we two earthen pots. That is the superficial meaning. Here also this position can be compared to human beings, that we also are living in the same way for a long time, and we are unknown, we have no identity, we don't know our own future like these earthen pots. In the next stanza, those who from golden goblets drink red wine may dismiss us in contempt and extreme scorn, for we are made for the poor simple folk. We are cheap and may easily break, yet we are good enough to store the blessed gift of earth, water, clear and pure, within our hold, unpolluted. So he says, those who from golden goblets drink red wine, the people, the rich people, who drink red wine from gold, from golden goblets, glasses, vessels made of metal, and they have no handles. They need not us. So they may dismiss us, they may reject us in contempt, in hatred of these worthless poor things, and extreme scorn, and they scorn, they can hate, thinking us worthless. For we are made for the poor simple folk. So here the earthen pots are saying that they are made for poor people. We are cheap and may easily break, and it is our drawback that we may easily break, and we are cheap also. We are not long lasting, we are breakable. Yet we are good enough to store the blessed gift of earth. But we have a good quality that we can store the blessed gift of earth, and that is water. And we keep that water clear and pure within our hold, unpolluted, and we keep this blessed gift of Mother Earth, water, unpolluted within our hold. So we have this good quality, though we are breakable. The rich people do not like us. We are made for simple poor folk. Yet we have this good quality of storing and keeping clear and pure the blessed gift of earth, water. Next it says, though we are mere earthen pots, though we are merely earthen pots, yet we keep water pure and clear for the poor simple folk. Next he says, even our makers do not know where tomorrow we shall be. Our makers, even our potters do not know where tomorrow we shall be, where we will be carried away tomorrow. Even the potters do not know. That is, our future fate is unknown. Our future life is unknown. Hundreds like us who are crowded here. Now he comes to hundreds of earthen pots. In the first stanza, he wrote about 2 earthen pots. Now in this, he tells us about hundreds of earthen pots. So he comes to generalize these pots and their idea. So hundreds like us who are crowded here. Here there are hundreds of like us are waiting. They all are waiting like human beings, waiting for some unknown buyer, and we are waiting for some unknown buyer, purchaser, customer who lift us up. He will lift up us one by one and hold us to the ear, and he will hold us to his ear, near his ear, and with a finger stroke quality test us by the sound, and he will quality test us by the sound created by the striking of his finger against us. And when he becomes confirmed that we are of good quality, he will carry away one of us. So he next writes, if satisfies, he buys one, and if that person becomes satisfied, he will buy one and walks away. And in this way, he will go away carrying one earthen pot, followed by our sighs that bind us in one thought of woe, and we remaining others will mourn over the passing away of that earthen pot who was from us. So, thus we will feel sad, sorrowful at its departure, an intense sense of loss. And this sense of loss is very intense, very deep to us, of one who was one among us. Because the departed, the carried away earthen pot was one from us, and one of us takes hold of us again, and then again the same process. When our turn come to depart, and in this way we all keep waiting and thinking for our turn to depart from that potter's yard. And when it comes, and when our turn comes, who would be the first to leave? We think, who would go first from us? This is the process of our life. These earthen pots say. The same process, the same message, the same symbolic value of these ideas is about human beings. Human beings too have the same fate. Some unknown person or death comes and carries away one of us, leaving others mourning over our passing away. And we are worthless things. We are made of earth and will turn into earth again. This is our fate. We live as in masses. We have no significance, but we have some good qualities also, like the earthen pots. And someday we will be carried away, our souls will be carried away. Such as is the message of the poem Earthen Pots. So we should not think much more, we should not feel proud of this life, because this life is given to us by the earth and we will at last be turned into earth. That is the message of the poem. So this is a very beautiful poem. This is presented as an allegory having a hidden meaning behind it by the earthen pots, and it is written in free verse that has no fixed rhyme scheme and number of lines and meter. So this is a very interesting poem. So keep learning with me and like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel Pranavsonisir. Thank you very much.